Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear listeners. Inshallah, today we will talk about fasting, which should lead to taqwa, inshallah. The ayah of the Quran says, Allah's book, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Fasting has been prescribed for you. And Allah is talking to us, O you who believe. Fasting has been prescribed for you as it was prescribed for people before you, so you may attain taqwa, or in other words, guard yourselves. Guard yourselves against all evil. Against all evil. So this, how do we do that? So the ulama have talked about it, and it has to do with our different faculties that Allah has gifted us with, like the sight, the hearing, the all those things that we use, the mind and the tongue that we speak with, and the hand and feet, and all those faculties through which we are doing so much in our lives. We are benefiting. But then there can be so much harm through these faculties too. So we need to guard ourselves. So let's start with the eyes. Can we ever imagine life without sight? So what a huge gift it is. What a huge gift it is. So eyes are the lamp of our body. Eyes, they let us see. They are the eyes that can see will be seeing so much that we should do and things that we should avoid. If our eyes are good, well maintained, physically as well as spiritually, our whole body will be full of light. If our eyes are good and well, and we are guarding it, taking care of it, then our whole body will be full of light. Our eyes are the entrance to our hearts, minds, and souls. So all these faculties have a big impact on our hearts, minds, and souls. Good eyes are those which see well and also perceive well, perception. So it's that perception that takes us a long way. It is our perception that makes a big difference between godliness and ungodliness. Who are we living for? Who do we want to connect with? What kind of a person am I? So the perception has a big impact. So not just looking at something good, but we also should perceive. Sometimes, like example, when we see some people doing good, we shouldn't be thinking, oh, that's just a show off. But we don't know, because it's not to us to know the hidden things. That's between them and Allah. But outwardly, what they are doing is so good. I wish I could do that too. And things like that. So perception should become good. And between godliness and ungodliness, and between light and darkness. So godliness is light and ungodliness is darkness. If our eyes are good, our whole being will be lightened, illuminated. It's going to be full of Noor. Noor is the light of Allah. And then the same thing with what we hear. Our faculty of being able to listen, hear things. So also that, what am I committed to? What kind of things do I enjoy listening to? Again, that will have a big impact on my heart. And heart is the commander of all my faculties. If the heart is good, all the faculties will listen to the heart and behave be the way Allah wants us to be. So we need to take care of our heart through our sight, our faculty of hearing, listening, and the faculty of speech also. These are all placed above the heart in our body, and also the mind. Mind also plays a lot of tricks. So we need to take all of these under control, and this is what taqwa is that Allah is talking about. This is what this is what we need to develop and keep on developing through the month of Ramadan. Every year, inshallah, we'll keep growing in our taqwa and taking care of these best possible gifts that we are gifted with. So, good eyes will perceive good. So, goodness is going to be in the heart. That what we perceive will have an impact on the heart, and that perception from the heart will be again brought back to the eyes. So everything we see, we are going to perceive good. And again, there's guarding the tongue. Guarding the tongue from what? From lying, breaking promises or oaths, speaking ill of others. That's riba, that is backbiting, and it's absolutely, all of these are absolutely haram. Slandering, disputing, wrangling, without any clear benefit, without any clear proof also. Refrain from foul language, speaking without any reason, vain talk. Vain talk is also out. So we talk when there's a need, and talk according to the need. So a Muslim is one who avoids harming Muslims with his tongue or hand. So now these days, especially, we are speaking with our hands a lot, texting, messaging, writing, emailing, and whatnot. Before it was mainly tongue. Sometimes there was some writing, but now we need to guard our hands as well, because that speech is being transferred through our hands. So a Muslim, if we are Muslims, this is for us. Are we following this hadith that says Muslim is the one who avoids harming Muslims with his, and generally it's anyone, but especially Muslims. If we are not good to our own fellow brethren, fellow people, fellow Muslims, then what can be expected from us for being good to others? So we have to first take care of our own, and then this has to be communicated to everyone that we are good people. We don't harm anyone, neither with our tongue nor with our hand. So Islam reminds us that the tongue is like a loaded weapon. We have to take full control of it. The safety latch should always be on. And for our tongue, Allah has given us two latches, the teeth, and then then the second one is the lips. So two latches to think twice before we say anything. Not once, think twice. Don't leave that latch, unattended. The safety latch should always be on. It shouldn't be ignored. So we need to be very grateful for the bounties and the blessings. And now hearing is also like we are not willing to listen to foul language. We don't watch anything that's foul. We don't want to listen to any backbiting. So also this is going to have a big impact on our heart. And from where the nur of Allah is going to be seen in all that we do and we connect with. And one of the things that Allah expects from us is our taqwa has to be connected with our wealth. Spending and earning our wealth in accordance with Sharia is what Allah wants. The two questions about the wealth that are going to be asked on the day of judgment, we will all be answerable to this, is how did you earn what you earned? How was it, through halal or haram? How did you earn your living? How did you, or where did you spend what you earned? So these two things, spending and earning our wealth in accordance to the pleasure of Allah, in accordance to the Sharia, is a must. These are not options for us. We have to follow the Sharia. So no overspending for our needs. That's called israf. So any overspending for our basic needs should be avoided. And spending for Allah and His needy creation should be done in a very generous way. There's no stinginess in that. This is how we will check out our taqwa, check out our how fasting is having an impact on how I'm guarding myself. I'm guarding myself against anything and everything that's a gift from Allah. I don't want to overdo where I'm not supposed to, and I'm not going to be a stingy person where Allah wants me to do more. So for this world, I will live a simple life, but for the next world, I want to open a big, huge account of sadaqah account, and my wealth will keep on transferring to that. So that should be very good understood, because what we earn is not ours. It is a gift from Allah. It is a dain from Allah. It is a debt that we are going to be accountable, and Allah is going to ask us, how did we do that? Also, guarding against any arrogance. What is arrogance? Me, I, and my. Always thinking about myself, nothing else. So arrogance is also something that we really need to guard against, because that is the first disobedience that happened in the world. Iblis, he was disobedient to Allah, and when he was asked, why did you disobey me? We know the answer. He said, I'm better than him. I'm better than who you are asking me to bow to. So I can't do that. So that is, not following any commands of Allah. It's like following Iblis. So we have to be very particular in our obedience to Allah's commands. Otherwise, this is also against the taqwa, against what Allah wants us to gain through this Ramadan. Ramadan, we are so mindful of our fast, the physical fast. But what about the spiritual fast? The spiritual fast asks us to guard against all these evils, the spiritual evils. But the physical, no food, no drink, and whatever other things we have to guard against, we are very particular. That's good, but not good enough. That's good, but not good enough, because if we are just guarding against the food and drink and the physical fast, then we are not going to grow in our taqwa. We are not going to guard ourselves and learn how to guard ourselves against all evils. So guarding against arrogance is a must. Gratitude is the remedy for arrogance. Gratitude will allow us to be humble, which is the opposite of arrogance. just try to understand what gratitude is. That's because when we are being grateful, we are not taking the credit. We are being humble. Oh Allah, you allowed me to do it. How could I have done it? That's not possible. It's you, oh Allah, all the time. It's you I'm trying to be grateful for. So the Prophet ﷺ also, he said, the best zikr is La ilaha illallah, and the best dua is Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah is thanking Allah. So why is that best dua? Because Allah says, whoever is grateful, I will bless him with more of those things that you are grateful for. So we will getting more and more. So in other words, oh Allah, I want more of this. I'm able to do so much sadaqah. Oh Allah, I want to do more. I'm so grateful to you that you're allowing me to do it. But please give me more and also allow me to do more. I want to do more for you, and I want to be grateful for you, and I want to show my gratitude for all the blessings through my sadaqah. So gratitude is the recipe, is the prescription, is the remedy for any arrogance. So more and more gratitude. And also the taqwa makes us do what? It shows us that how important it is for being committed to perform the obligations, the salat, the fasting, the zakat, anything and everything that we are supposed to, as Muslims, follow those. These should be our top priority. If we are guarding ourselves, if we are trying to attain more taqwa, then the obligations are the top priority in my life. I cannot delay them. I cannot just take them for granted. I will do it or I won't do it, or it's my choice. No, I don't have a choice. So this is also taking care of that taqwa and guarding ourselves for falling short of things that we should be doing anyways. And then following the sunnah way of living. Have a strong binding with our Prophet ﷺ through his ongoing sunnahs in our lives, in our daily lives. We need to bring his beautiful, beautiful character traits. How forgiving he was, how he ate, how he drank, how he slept, how he talked, anything and everything. That's our role model. That's what the Quran says. You have the best role model in the form of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam for you. So we should show our appreciation to this gift of our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam for us as a role model and make him our role model. We know he's the best, but how come we don't care falling short of the way the sunnahs are? Why can't we bring more and more sunnahs in our lives? So Ramadan is the perfect time to take care of this. It's not about, our Prophet ﷺ, we know that he is the Habibullah. He is the beloved of Allah. So anyone of us who is longing to become beloved of Allah, it's not going to be through any other means or ways, but following in his footsteps, following his way of life, bringing all his sunnahs in our lives. Anything and everything. He was a perfect human being, as we know. So this is a gift of Ramadan that we will take for ourselves. The gift is there, but are we willing to take it? So this time, inshallah, we'll shoot for that. Have a strong longing for that, and strong, perfect trying and not taking anything lightly, and making a lot of du'as. Du'as. Du'as go a long way, but just the du'as, it's not good enough. Du'as are good, but not good enough. And also, trying our best is good, but without the du'as, that's also not good enough. So du'as and trying our best. May Allah grant us the best urge and longing and understanding of what's been said about that fasting has been prescribed for you as it was prescribed for the people before you, so you may guard yourselves against all evil. And what is that word? Repeated again and again in Allah's book. That is the word taqwa. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the taqwa in the best possible manner.